In the ancient kingdom of Seri, nestled along the dusty trade routes of old India, lived a seller of pots and pans. He was not just any merchant. He was the Bodhisattva, the future Buddha, in one of his many lives, learning the lessons of existence. He traveled with his grandson, a young boy with bright, curious eyes, their cart filled with earthenware, their hearts filled with simple kindness. They were known in every village for their fair prices and gentle manners, but they were not the only merchants in Seri. Another pot seller, a man whose heart was consumed by greed, also roamed these lands. He was known only as the greedy merchant. He saw every transaction not as an exchange, but as a battle to be won, a chance to deceive and take more than his share. His path was one of cunning, while the Bodhisattva's was one of compassion. The people of Seri knew them both well, one for his honesty, the other for his avarice. One day, the two merchants by chance entered the same city, dividing the streets between them. "I will not go where he has been," thought the greedy merchant, and so they went their separate ways. The greedy merchant's cry of "pots for sale, trinkets for your old wear," soon echoed down a street where a once wealthy family now lived in poverty. All that remained of their former glory was an old tarnished bowl so dark with grime they believed it worthless. It sat amongst the other old things forgotten. The young girl heard the merchant's call and pleaded with her grandmother. "Grandma, please, let's get a new plate. We have this dirty old bowl we never use." The grandmother, seeing the hope in the girl's eyes, called the greedy merchant in. He took the bowl and with a feigned casualness, scratched a line on its underside with a needle he kept hidden. His eyes widened almost imperceptibly. Beneath the grime was the unmistakable glint of pure gold. A storm of avarice brewed in his mind. He had to have it, but for nothing. He threw the bowl to the ground. "Worthless," he scoffed. "It's not even worth half a farthing. I won't trade you a single spoon for this piece of junk." He stormed out, confident they would be so desperate that they would call him back and give it to him for free. The old woman and the girl, disheartened, simply believed him. A short while later, the Bodhisattva's gentle call, "Fine pots for your old wear," drifted down the same street. The girl, still hopeful, asked her grandmother to try again. "That last merchant was so harsh, Grandma. This one sounds kind." The Bodhisattva entered their home with a calm and noble presence. When they offered him the same dark bowl, he held it with respect. He immediately sensed its unusual weight and knew its true nature. "Mother," he said kindly, his voice full of truth. "This bowl is made of pure gold. It is worth 100,000 pieces of silver. All that I have, my cart, my wares, the 500 coins in my purse, and my scales, is not enough to pay you for its true value." The old woman and her granddaughter were stunned into silence. They had never heard such honesty. "Sir," the grandmother finally said, "the first merchant told us it was worthless. It must be your own goodness that turns this dross into gold. We will accept what you offer. It is yours." The Bodhisattva took the golden bowl, leaving everything else behind. He hurried to the riverbank, paid the ferryman his last coin, and boarded the boat to cross. Just as he did, the greedy merchant, unable to contain his desire, rushed back to the house shouting, "I've changed my mind. I'll give you a spoon for that bowl." The grandmother replied calmly, "Sir, you are too late. An honest merchant has already come. He gave us all he had for it, for he saw its true worth." A fire of rage and despair consumed the greedy merchant. He had been outsmarted, not by cunning, but by honesty. His heart, unable to bear the weight of his lost treasure and his own consuming greed, burst within his chest. He fell to the ground, his story a stark reminder of a timeless truth. Greed blinds us to true value, while wisdom and honesty reveal the hidden gold in the world and within ourselves.